There comes a moment in every human life, a moment so quiet, so understated, that even you cannot tell when exactly it arrived. A moment when exhaustion settles, not only in the body, but somewhere far deeper. A place beneath the thoughts, beneath the ambitions, beneath the rehearsed smiles. You have worn for years. You sit alone, perhaps on your bed, perhaps by a window. And suddenly, you feel it. A soft, heavy sigh inside the soul. A whisper that says, I am tired. Tired of everything. Not tired in the simple sense. Not the kind of tired sleep can cure. But the tiredness of carrying a life that no longer feels like yours. The tiredness of pretending. The tiredness of expectations. The tiredness of running without knowing why you run. Human beings, we are remarkable creatures. From childhood, we are handed a script. We are told what to pursue, what to fear, what to desire, what success means, what failure means. And somewhere along the way, our own voice, the voice beneath all the noise, goes silent. And so you wake up one day, and everything feels heavy. Conversations feel repetitive, ambitions feel hollow, dreams feel borrowed, and the world, which once felt vibrant and infinite, begins to feel unbearably tight, like a room with no windows, a story with no color. But here is the strange, quiet truth. When you are tired of everything, you are not broken. You are not failing. You are not lost. You are awakening, because only a mind that is waking up begins to question the life it has been automatically living. Most people move through life as if hypnotized by habit. They follow routines that slowly drain them. They chase desires planted inside them by a world that never asked who they truly are. They run in circles because everyone else is running. They carry burdens that were never theirs to hold. So when you finally feel tired, truly, deeply tired, it is the moment the trance breaks. It is the moment consciousness stirs and says, there must be more than this, and I am ready to find it. Exhaustion is not the enemy. Exhaustion is the messenger. It is life's gentle way of saying, the life you have outgrown is asking to be shed. Think of a snake that grows weary because its skin has become too tight. At first, it feels discomfort, confusion, pressure. But that pressure is simply evolution unfolding. Humans grow the same way. Your tiredness is the pressure of growth. It is the sign that you no longer belong to the version of yourself you once had to be. And yet, this tiredness frightens people. Society teaches you to hide it, to push through, to stay productive, to keep performing, as if you are an unending machine. But you are not a machine. You are a being, a living, breathing mystery of awareness. And awareness cannot be forced. It cannot be commanded. It awakens only when it is ready. So when you feel tired of everything, you are experiencing the first soft opening of an inner door, a door that leads back to the forgotten center of your being. Sit with this tiredness. Do not judge it. Do not run from it. Do not label it as failure. It is simply a signal, a message from the deeper waters of your soul, calling you home. And when you sit still long enough, you begin to notice something subtle. Beneath the exhaustion, there is a quiet space, a hollow, peaceful silence, a space untouched by expectations, untouched by roles, untouched by the world. It is the place in you that has been waiting for you to return, waiting for you to finally ask the question, what truly matters to me. You see, the tiredness you feel is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the undoing of the false self. It is the soft collapse of everything that no longer aligns with the truth within you. And when truth begins to rise, the old life cannot hold. Its weight becomes unbearable. Its patterns crumble. Its meaning dissolves. This dissolution feels like fatigue, but it is really transformation, just like a seed, must break apart in order to grow, just like a star, must collapse to shine brighter, just like consciousness must empty before it can expand. So when you are tired of everything, know that life is not ending. Life is asking you to begin again. This tiredness is your threshold, the subtle turning from unconscious living toward awakened being. And every soul that has ever awakened has walked through this same doorway. Let this tiredness soften you. Let it unclench the fists you've been holding for years. Let it show you the weight you no longer need to carry. Because beneath everything you are tired of, there is something new waiting to be born in you. And that birth begins in stillness. There is a silence inside you, a silence you have been avoiding for years, a silence so honest, so unfiltered, that it shows you everything you tried not to see. Most people never enter this silence. They fill their days with noise, their minds with distraction, their hearts with borrowed desires, because silence reveals truth, and truth requires courage. But when you become tired of everything, a strange shift happens. The distractions that used to comfort you no longer work. The habits that used to numb you lose their effect. The noise that once protected you now irritates your soul. It is life's gentle way of removing everything that stands between you and your own awakening. You begin to notice the subtle things, the heaviness you ignored, the longing you buried, the emptiness you pretended not to feel. These are not signs of collapse. They are signs of clarity. For the first time, you are not negotiating with life. You are not pretending to be strong. You are not chasing a script someone else wrote for you. You are simply here, present, bare, unarmored. And in this naked honesty, a realization slowly rises. You have lived far too long for the world outside you, and far too little for the world within. This tiredness, this deep spiritual fatigue, is the soul's way of saying, it is time to come home. Not to a physical place, but to a forgotten truth. The truth that you are meant to live from awareness, not pressure. From presence, not performance. From inner wisdom, not outer noise. But to come home, you must first pass through the doorway of emptiness. Not a bleak emptiness, but a spacious one, a cleansing one, a luminous, silent emptiness where everything false dissolves. In that emptiness, you begin to understand that the exhaustion you feel is not because life is too heavy, but because you have been carrying what was never meant for you. People's expectations, their judgments, their definitions of success, their fears disguised as advice, their dreams mistaken as your own. You carried all of it. And now your soul says, no more. This no more is not rebellion. It is renewal. It is the first spark of inner freedom. The first whisper of your real life calling out from beneath the layers. If you listen closely, you will hear another truth rising. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to step back from the noise of becoming and return to the simplicity of being. Because the soul does not grow through constant motion. It grows in stillness, in reflection, in the quiet recognition of what actually matters. And perhaps, what matters is not the life you have been struggling to maintain, but the life waiting to emerge once you stop forcing everything. You are not failing. You are not collapsing. You are simply shedding. Shedding the version of yourself built on survival. Shedding the masks that exhausted you. Shedding the weight of stories that never belonged to you. Growth is not always expansion. Sometimes it is release. Sometimes it is surrender. Sometimes it is allowing yourself to stop pretending you are fine. When your soul is begging for peace, the world tells you to push harder. Life tells you to slow down. Your soul tells you to listen. And this listening, this gentle awareness, is where rebirth begins. Not loud, not dramatic, not in fireworks or applause, but in small, subtle openings. Soft shifts in perception. Quiet moments where you finally meet yourself without fear. The tiredness you feel is not a barrier. It is the bridge. The bridge that leads from who you were taught to be toward who you truly are. Sometimes you reach a point where words feel heavy, and silence feels like the only real companion. And in that silence, a shift happens, a soft turning of the inner tide, a feeling that life, despite everything, is still speaking to you. Not through noise, but through pauses, through the spaces between your breaths, through the gentle awareness that you're still here, still breathing, still capable of beginning again. When you are tired of everything, you're not broken. You're simply invited to stop fighting, to stop forcing, to stop pretending. Sometimes, the most spiritual act is to sit quietly and let exhaustion speak. Let it soften you. Let it remind you that you are human, and beautifully so. Life isn't asking you to carry every weight. Life isn't asking you to be perfect. Life is simply asking you to stay open, to breathe again. The truth is, tiredness is not the end. It is the turning point, the moment before transformation, the cracking of the old shell, so something quieter, softer, wiser can emerge. And when that shift happens, you see that nothing was against you. Not chaos, not setbacks, not silence. Everything was shaping you, softening you, preparing you. So if you are tired, rest. If overwhelmed, release. If lost, stop running. Sit with your own presence until you remember. You don't heal by becoming stronger. You heal by becoming real. And slowly, gently, you rise again. Not by force, but because life carries you.